So I welcome you all to the Sunday Gita class. Today is the 14th of August. Happy Independence Day in advance. Let's play.
Raksha Bandhan is also gone.
What has gone? Raksha Bandhan. Oh,
Bandhan.
you still have the Raksha Bandhan, the Rakhi on. Okay. Yes, Raksha Bandhan is also over. Now Independence Day. Okay, let's pray to the Guru. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Put your hands up and say with me, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. So this is a Maha Mantra which we just now said together. There is no age to start the Maha Mantra. Just chant it as many times as you can. Prabhupada, tells us to chant. Today Appu is also there, Niranjan. So good to see you, Niranjan. After so many days, I'm seeing you. Good to see you, Niranjan. Yeah. So, yes. So this Maha Mantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is no time for it, no age for it. People don't have to say, oh, when you become old and you have no job, you're retired, then I will chant. No, the chanting can begin. You see a small child there, the small age you can start chanting. It's good to chant on the beats because for children, they say at least 108 times, which is one mala. But those who become advanced in devotion, they actually do 16 malas. It takes almost 2 to 2.5 hours. If you're very fast, you're able to say clearly, you can do it in 1.5 hours. It's a meditation. It's called mantra meditation. And mantra is actually a mystical energy which is, trapped in sound. And each mantra has vibration, sound vibration, which has power. And among all the mantras, the Maha Mantra in the scriptures is said to be the easiest and surest way of quickly getting Krishna, becoming God realized. And the benefits are it will destroy sinful reaction, it will burn all the future sins that you may do, even that will get burned, and all your counteract sinful proclivities, which means all your different results, will due to sins will also go away, and it uproots your ignorance. It will make you knowledgeable. You will get wisdom just by chanting. For example, the story of Dhruv. Dhruv was a little boy, and he was treated, he was insulted and he was treated badly by his stepmother. And his mother is very sad, and she says, the only solution is to go to God. And he just walks into the forest, and then on the way he meets Narad Muni. And Narad Muni tells him, just chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just chant the holy name, of Lord. And he chants and chants, and he gets so much knowledge just by chanting. So Krishna says in the Gita also, if you constantly think of me, I will give you wisdom. You get wisdom just by chanting. So I want all of you to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra just 3 times each. And next class, we will start the class at 9:50, and 10 minutes we will all together chant 108 times of Maha Mantra for 10 minutes. Okay, so if you can join 10 minutes before class, we can do the one round of chanting. Today, say 3 times. Let's begin with Vihan. Vihan, can you say the Maha Mantra 3 times?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. And when you 1 minute, Vihan, when you're chanting, your body posture should be straight. Okay. Your mind should be concentrating on the voice that you are producing with your throat. And in your heart, you must try to think of Krishna. In your heart, you must try to feel, love for Krishna. Or you can just think of the image of Krishna, or, whatever image you have in your home or some temple image, you can think of that. Or you can simply concentrate fully on the sound. Okay, Vihan? So let's begin with Vihan 3 times. Begin. Vihan, unmute and say.
Ma'am, can you say one time?
Yeah, it goes Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Anand, I'll
Ram
type it here for you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Then again Hare Krishna. I'll make it clear. Okay, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. After that, Hare Ram or Hare Rama. Some people say Hare Ram or Hare Rama. And Hare Rama also 2 times. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so I'll just make it like this so you can see it clearly. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes. So practice that, Vihan, whenever you get time. It's very powerful sound. Okay. Now let me listen to Niranjan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. Okay, good, Niranjan. Let's listen to Misha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes. Nice, Misha. Let's listen to Ritika.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nice. Let's listen to Ara.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay. Karan and Anushka haven't joined today, no? Ritika's and Ara's cousins. All right. Yes, Vihan, you have a doubt already? Yes?
Ma'am, in my one there is not this.
What did you say? You don't have this book?
No, I don't have this in your WhatsApp. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll send this slide to you. So from the last class, we had learned these 4 Bij shlokas. They are called the Bij shlokas, or the central shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita, which I wanted to teach you all. Okay, so in chapter 10, these 4 shlokas are very important, right? So let us say it together today. Let's do a little bit of verses chanting also today. I want you to repeat after me. Let me play the Tanpura quickly. Just a minute. So I'm going to play Tanpura in the D scale. Okay, so that I think that is suitable for all of us.
Are you seeking a healthier, wiser, and scientific path to train your mind?
Krishna. Okay, so you repeat after me. Listen carefully to this slide. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Say, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Yeah, just make Tanpura softer. Right. Mattah. Yes.
Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo.
Ara?
Aham Sarvasya Prabha.
All of you can say it together. Misha?
Yeah.
Sarvasya prabhavo. Yeah. All can unmute. Mattah. Unmute, Ara. Mattah sarvam pravartate. Mattah means from me. You can see the meanings given down there. Sarvam, everything. Pravartate emanates. From me, everything comes out. I am the source of everything. Okay. So aham sarvas. This is the most important shlokas of the Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mattah sarvam pravartate. Now listen to the next line and repeat after me together, okay? Not one by one. Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti
Iti matva bhajanti
You can look at the English if you're comfortable with English. Look at the Hindi if you're comfortable with Hindi. Buddha bhava samandita.
Buddha bhava samannita.
Buddha means the learned and wise people. Bhava samanvita means full of attention and love and devotion. Bhav, the whole emotion they will put it inside. Inside what? When they are saying or thinking about God. So when they iti matva, thinking like this, how? Thinking that, oh God, you are the source of everything and everything comes from you. And they think like that and they meditate on Krishna. And then what happens? Let's see what all happens after that. So this is what first two shlokas Krishna says what you should do. Full attention. You think of Krishna as a source of everything. Look at the next important shloka. Machitta madgata prana.
Chitta madra prana.
Yes. It means mat chitta. Mind is fully involved in Krishna. Mat gata prana means the whole life. Pran means life also is devoted to Krishna. Don't want anything. I just want to be able to think of God. Bodhayanta. And they will preach about it to others. Parasparam, among themselves. For example, you talk to each other also. You talk about Gita, about Krishna. Okay. Kathayanta. Let's see the next one. Kathayantascha mam nityam. Kathayantascha, always talking, mam, about me, nityam, continuously. Okay? Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Say? That is when you will be in transcendental bliss. Ramanti means joy. If you're able to do that, when you're playing also in the back of your mind, you have Krishna. When you're studying, you have in the back of the mind, I'm doing this for you, Krishna. I don't want anything. I'm doing it for you, the Lord of the universe. Right? That attitude they do every time. When they talk, they say the stories of Krishna, and in their mind, they're in joy, extreme joy. All right, so this is what this first two. These are what devotees do, is what Krishna says. Now he will say the next verse what he will do. Okay, let's see. Tesham satata yuktanam.
Tesham yuktanam.
Say all of you. Tesham satata yuktanam.
Tesham
Tesham means such people. What does Krishna do unto those people who are like that? Always engaged satata yuktanam. Okay. Bhajatam priti purvakam.
Bhajatam
priti purvakam.
Someone who is bhajatam, doing devotional service or doing bhajan or saying my name or thinking of me. Priti purvakam, full of loving ecstasy. Those who are like that. What does Krishna do? He says, see what I'll do to such people. See what Krishna says. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Say.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam.
Yena mamupayanti te. So he gives such a person who is able to be in devotion. Krishna will give them buddhi yogam, means real intelligence and knowledge. They will get automatically. Okay, buddhi yogam tam. Yena means by which mam upayanti te. They are able to come to me. You'll be able to go to Krishna. If he says, I will give you knowledge, I will give you intelligence, and you will be able to come to me. That is Krishna's gift to those who will give him pure love. Let's look at the fourth verse. Teshamevanukampartham. aham ajnanajam tamaha
हम
Aham ajnanajam
अहम ज्ञान जपम
nashayamyatma bhavastho
atmabhavasto
ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता So here Krishna is saying that Tesham means such people who will give themselves to me completely. Eva means surely. Anukampartham means I will show mercy. I will show my kindness, my compassion. God will show. Aham. What does Krishna say? I. Aham means I. Krishna is saying Ajnanajam. Because of the darkness of ignorance, he will remove it. Okay, Nashayanti, he will remove the darkness of our hearts by lighting a lamp. How will he light the lamp? Because he is in our hearts, he is in our hearts. He will brighten up and he will give us knowledge and he will bring light to our darkness of ignorance. Knowledge will be glowing in our hearts. So this is the most important teaching of the Gita. You give yourself to Krishna. Krishna says, I will remove your darkness of ignorance. I will give you knowledge, and what else? You will surely come to me and I will give you intelligence, right? So many things. So actually today I thought of doing these two stories, but I'm skipping that because I won't be able to complete chapter 10 today if I will do them. And if we finish chapter 10, we will come to these two stories, or we'll start do them next class if I can't. Okay? Is that okay with everyone today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Pay attention because I'll be in the class itself. I'll ask you questions at the end. Okay. Very interesting chapter. So in this chapter, we already finished that Krishna is the unknowable. No one knows him. Even gods are confused. They don't know how can Krishna be, everywhere and how is he everything. It's very difficult to understand. And he's a source of everything. The beginning of everything is Krishna. Difficult to understand. And then Krishna is talking about from 10.8 to 11, which we just now read, is the Bij shlokas, or there was another word I said last class, the Chatushloki. Remember the 4 shlokas, most important, also called the Bij shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, which means the most important shlokas. Now today we are going to learn about the 10.12 to 18 and 19 to 42, which is how Arjuna will accept, he understands, okay, Krishna, I understand, I accept that you are God. And then Krishna will then talk about his Vibhuti. Vibhuti means opulences. And we understand why it is important to think about Krishna's Vibhuti. We'll see that, okay? So here we have already finished essence of 4 Gita just now. We already understood Krishna is source now. And we also did 3 steps to Krishna. Now, how to see Krishna everywhere? The secret is going to be given. Okay, so Chatushloki, we did these 2 shlokas. Last class, I told you the story of Mrigari. Remember? And how association of pure devotees can make you pure. He was such a cruel man, this Mrigari. He would kill animals, not even fully. Half he will kill them and allow them to suffer, and he would enjoy that. And how just for some time he met Narada and his life changed completely and he becomes into a devotee. Okay, so that is the power of association. So you should try to be in the company of pure devotees who love Krishna and love and see Krishna everywhere. So essence of Bhagavad Gita in 10.8 to 11 we finished understanding, and now we're going to do, these are the steps which I told you last class. I'm just revising. Oh, Maithili is your last class. You missed also, no, Maithili? So good to see you. Today we are doing a very important chapter, Maithili, very important part called Vibhutis. We are going to study the opulences, okay? So nice to see you, Maithili. So in the Chatushloki of 4 most important shlokas, we learned that what is a goal? Goal is called in Sanskrit Prayojana. What is a goal? Why? Then Abhideya, how? How can we do it? And then Sambandh, which means awareness. We can do it in any order, okay? So if I begin with the goal, it is to become knowledgeable, because Krishna says, you think of me, I will give you knowledge, I will give you intelligence. I will protect you from falling down. You will never fall. Once you become a devotee, you will never fall. Krishna promises in the Gita. And he says that you will get bliss just by talking to people about me and about listening to about me. You will become blissful. You will get so much ecstasy. And then he says that what is abhideya is a process. How will you apply this? How will you apply it? How? By become a surrendered devotee. Just surrender. Krishna, you know everything. I'm leaving it to you. Surrender. Thoughts of my pure devotees are always, Krishna says that always are thinking of Krishna. Whole life is devoted to Krishna. And then he says in the awareness is that every minute you are aware that, oh, the source of everything is Krishna. The source of knowledge is Krishna. Krishna will remove all the darkness of my heart. He will put a light in my heart. Misha has a doubt. Yes, Misha?
Ma'am, how did we climb the ladder?
How do we climb the ladder? You can go, in 3 ways. One is to think of the goal, then you think of how, and then you become aware. Or you can first become aware. Aware means the sambandha. Awareness is called sambandha. You have a relationship with sambandh means relationship. You're aware of your relationship with Krishna, and you're aware that Krishna is everywhere. He's the source of everything. He's going to, remove the darkness in my heart. He's going to give me intelligence. That awareness is called sambandha. And so that is the first step you can do. Second step, you can understand how. Just surrender. Just think of him. Just devote yourself. That is how. And then you can reach the goal, which is knowledge, protection, joy. Okay. So 3 steps you can follow, Misha. One is you think of the goal, then you follow the steps of being surrendered, and you become aware. Or you can just become aware that Krishna is the source of everything. He's everywhere, and I can, and you actually love everything and everyone and develop harmony, that awareness. And then you do the process, do devotional service, think of him, and then you reach the goal, which is love for Krishna. The goal is basically love for Krishna, the knowledge about what is life, why are we living, what is our relation with Krishna. That knowledge and love for Krishna is a basic goal. Nisha, am I clear about the steps of the ladder?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Vihan also has a question. Yes, Vihan.
Ma'am, in the picture there was one cow.
Which picture?
This picture there is a cow. Another.
This one?
Yeah, there was a cow. What do that do?
The cow is very special for Krishna, Vihan. You will find that Krishna loves cows and calves, and that's why in the Hindu religion we respect the cows a lot, because it's very special for Krishna. Okay. So and you can find in many pictures of Krishna, you will find the cow. Right. Good question. So then we can see the mala. You do the Harinam jap. Okay, is the greatest form of sacrifice.
Ma'am,
Yes. Apu, yes. Niranjan.
ma'am, Krishna liked to go with his friends and the cows for giving them grass, taking them back and them.
Yes, very true, Niranjan. Krishna used to go in his childhood. He played many leelas. Every day, what, Niranjan, we were reading different stories of Krishna, where he would take the cows and the calves with all the gopas, that is all his, friends. And yes, so he used to do that. He used to play many pastimes and leelas when he came on the earth for a short time in the chapter 4, we learned why he came. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, right? Whenever there is a decline in religion and to get rid of everything that is, which is evil. For that, he comes on the earth, but he is actually there forever. He's the source of everything. He's Lord, right? So, yes, and thinking about those pastimes of when Krishna came on the earth and he did all these leelas, he became a child, he behaved like a, normal, child, and he did many miracles, not like a normal child. He did so many miracles. He did how he killed so many asuras, which were impossible as a small baby. He, did so many wonders, which we are reading in different classes of Gita also. So now after the Bij shlokas, which is 10.8 to 10.11, 8, 9, 10, 11, we are going to look at verses 10.12 to 10.18, where Arjuna is accepting that Krishna, you are the Supreme Lord. And he's also saying, tell me more, Krishna, please tell me more. So this is, I'm grateful to ISKCON Chennai. These are the classes you can see here, Sukirti Mataji. In her class, I have taken some of her class screenshots. So here in 10.12 to 10.19, we have Krishna, Arjuna is saying, tell me more. You know, when you love someone and you want to know more about him or her, right? When you love someone or something, you love a subject, you want to know the details, you want to know more. So Arjuna says, Krishna, tell me more about you. Okay, why is Arjuna asking for more? For all of us, Arjuna loves everyone and he knows these are very divine people. He knows that many years later, people will teach Gita to their children. People will talk about the Gita. Common people will hear about Krishna's opulence, his greatness and his stories. So Arjuna is asking more so that he knows that Gita will be read by children and people, and he wants them to hear about Krishna. So he's asking Krishna, come on, tell more. Because he knows that devotees who love Krishna, they will enjoy, they will relish the taste of the honey of Krishna's, bhakti. And also because for himself, he knows that at the time of his death, he must remember Krishna. Remember, the final examination is death. All of us have to give the final examination. Nobody is there free from the final exam. And at the time of death, if you can think of Krishna, you will reach the spiritual world of Krishna. So here Arjuna is also wanting to know more so that he, when he is dying, he can also be in pure devotion. Think of Krishna at the time of his death in the final exam. So how does Arjuna say? How does he ask? Can one of you read? Maithili, can you read this, what Arjuna said, the English part of these verse 10.12 and 13?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Arjuna said, you are the supreme Bharam at untimed.
Brahman. Maithili, it's Brahman and the ultimate. Yeah.
Ma'am, can I read?
No, let Maithili read. She reads well. After that, Niranjan can read.
Brahman, unlimited. Ultimate, the supreme
Abode,
the and purifier, the absolute truth. And the eternal divine person.
Yes.
You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all providing beauty. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita,
Devala,
and Vyasa proclaim this of you, and now you yourself and declaring it to me.
Children, what is very important is that you should, we have a tendency to think, why should Krishna say, I am God, I am everything, I am source? Why is Krishna saying this? It's not, because he's proud or he wants to show off. Suppose the President of America will come and say, hello, I'm the President of America. Is it because he's proud? No. And here Krishna is telling us, I am the Lord, I am the source, I am the Father of everything. Why is he saying? Because he loves us. He wants us to know that he is there for us. He wants us to think about him and reach him. He's saying, come, my children, come to me. I am your, the Father of everything. It's because he loves us. It's not to boast and to show off or anything. Krishna has no reason to do that. Okay, so that is very important. You should remember every time, whenever Krishna says, I am the Lord, I am the source, you need to remember it's because he loves you. Krishna loves us so much. That's why in the Gita, he's telling us that I am the Lord. And so come to me, think of me. Okay, he wants us to think about him. So here, Arjuna is saying that you are the divine person. You are the original God. You are unborn. You are beauty. Krishna is so beautiful. And he's saying that not only, I am not the only one saying. Arjuna is saying, I'm not the only one saying. All great sages are also proclaiming or announcing this about you, O Krishna. And now in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself is saying it to Arjuna. Okay, did you understand? Everybody understood these verses? Yes, can I see a thumbs up? Okay, great. So now, children, when the meeting will end in 7 minutes, I want you to join again because we're going to discuss the different opulences, which will be very interesting. And then I'll do a small, quick, we'll just check how many of you remember what are the opulences. It'll be fun. Okay, so join again. Just do it till 11 o'clock. Now in 10.14 and 15, Krishna is saying, oh Krishna, Niranjan, you want to read? Niranjan, read the meaning of 10.14 and 10.15.
Okay, ma'am. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the gods nor demons, or Lord, nor thy personality. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own potency. O original of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, or Supreme Person, Lord of the universe.
Right. So you can also read this purport, read this blue part, the acceptance.
Okay. The acceptance of Arjuna of all the Krishna says should be emulated that we can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and then only can we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah, so here it's saying that this acceptance, in this shloka, in chapter 10, Arjuna accepting should be emulated. Emulated means followed. We should also follow and be like Arjuna in accepting. And only then we can understand the essence. If we meditate upon these teachings, you will understand slowly the knowledge and intelligence Krishna will give you. Okay. All right. Vihan, can you read these 10.16?
Okay. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulence by which your pervade all these
worlds.
world.
All the worlds. Bhagavad Gita 10.16. Okay. Thank you, Vihan. Okay. So, what do we see here? Arjuna is saying, tell me in detail. When do we want to know the detail? When we love someone, when we become curious. That's when we want to know more. Okay. So, and Arjuna is saying, oh Krishna, how will I meditate upon you? In what form can I meditate upon you, oh God? Please tell me in detail, oh Janardana, oh Krishna. Oh, I want to know about your potencies, about your glories, because I'm never tired of hearing. God, you are the truth. You are the original truth. There's no other truth in this world. And I'm never tired of hearing your ambrosial words. Ambrosial means Amrit, Amrit, nectar. So that, the words about you are like nectar. I'm never tired of hearing. I want to hear more and more, says Arjuna. Okay. So Arjuna is saying, tell me about your opulences. How will I think about you? How can I know you? Arjuna is asking. So this curiosity for detail, if you are also feeling, it is a symptom of love. When you love someone, you want to know more and more about him. And the purer we become, more we can think of God. If you're not, our mind is not full of desires and, lot of other impurities, jealousy, ego, hatred. If these feelings are not there and our mind is pure, then we can think of God easily. And we stop thinking about ourselves. We think more about others. We think more about God. And that is true compassion or love, when you can be in harmony with everything and everyone. Okay. So in the last verse of these 12 to 18, Arjuna is saying, please tell me in detail. I'm never tired of hearing your words. All these sages, you can see here, the sages of, I think this is Naimisharanya's sages. They're always discussing. They're never tired of talking about Krishna. And so now we are going to move on to the Vibhutis of Krishna. Actually, you know what? In the Gita, he talks about 82 different Vibhutis. So we will try not to cover, we may not be able to cover all, but we'll quickly go through everything, okay? And knowing, reading, children, reading about these vibhutis or opulences of Krishna will help us to see Krishna everywhere. It will give us a glimpse of Krishna's glories. Actually, you know what we see is only a small fragment. Krishna's glories are so much we can't even imagine, because the spiritual world we don't know. And Krishna, you know, he says his material world, right? Of all these human beings, this earth and the planets and the universe, everything is only material world. And material world is a small fraction of Krishna's glory. Actually, a spiritual world is huge, much more huge than this material world. And we cannot even imagine how big the material world is with all the universes. So you can imagine the glory of Krishna and how he is the essence of everything. Okay. So meeting will end anytime, children. Please, I want you all to rejoin for the last 20 minutes. And in 10.19, when Krishna starts saying, yes, Krishna is saying, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations. But only, I can't tell you everything. It's not possible because he's everything, but only of those which are prominent. He said that I will tell you the important or most, what you can immediately understand. Oh, Arjuna, I can tell you only little because my opulence is limitless. There is no limit to who I am. But I will tell you some of the things. And then he starts in this chapter 10, he starts talking about his opulences. Okay, Ritika, can you start reading this 10.20 to till this meeting gets over, Ritika?
Yes, ma'am. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marisi, and among the stars, I am the moon.
Whatever you can remember, try to remember, okay? Because in the end, you can raise your hand when I ask you questions. So Adityas are actually, you know, all the devas which were born of Aditi, and they are all related to the sun. So these details or scriptures we don't need to know. We just knowing that he is the best of everything. So among